Hey, Law. Been training?
Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away. You think this is bad, you should see the state of my underwear.
Yeah. A word of advice. You might want to refrain from mentioning that stuff around girls. Ones without a military history especially.
Man, can you imagine Rinwell's face? She'd have a nervous breakdown.
I meant in general, but... You sure mention her a lot, you know.
Huh? Oh, You know, she's always there, even when you least expect it. Springs to mind easily.
Either that, or maybe some part of you is subconsciously always wishing she was there.
May the trials and tribulations of young romance never change.
Romance? Like I'd be interested in that know-it-all tomboy. I'm more about mature women. Someone more like Kisara.
You know, I used to be a tomboy too when I was Rinwell's age.
Look, it's not tomboys I have anything against. But come on, you've got to admit she can be a lot to handle.
Hey, I miss anything? What's all the fuss about?
Rinwell.
Thunderblade!
Ah! What the hell was that for?
A little birdie told me you were speaking about me behind my back. Whew!
From the looks of it, I'd say you've got yourself a rival.
It wouldn't be called the Spring of Youth without a little storm every now and then.
Hey, Shion. How are you and Alphen getting on these days?
That's a little out of the blue. Why do you ask?
Sorry, it's just... I don't know, I'm just curious, I guess. I mean, a lot's changed now he's got his senses back and all.
I suppose you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, if he'd been the way he is now back when I'd first met him, I probably wouldn't have gotten this involved. But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then I never would have experienced these feelings, so... I guess it's complicated.
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but... I know what it feels like to have someone you love who's out of reach.
Because of Miguel.
Alphen's still alive. It's not too late, you know. And after all, who can say what the future holds? I think if I were you, I'd take things as they come for now.
Besides, touch isn't everything. I've never touched you, Shion. But that doesn't stop you from knowing that I care about you, right?
That's true. But I do remember back when we first met, you made it plenty clear you weren't my biggest fan.
But that was a long time ago. There were lots of things I didn't understand back then. Not that that's the point.
Don't worry, I'm only teasing. I know what you mean. Thank you. And you're right. There are ways to convey your feelings besides just touching.
I'll say, cooking immediately springs to mind. And if it's someone's favorite dish, all the better. If there's something on your mind that you want to tell him, why not try appealing directly to his stomach?
You might just have a point. I'll give it a shot.
Uh-oh. If it's Alphen's palate you're appealing to, that doesn't bode well for the rest of us.
Well, friendship is about being supportive. Sometimes we just have to do our best and take one for the team, right?
Even after staying here, we never truly got to the bottom of what makes this realm's citizens tick.
Renan and Danon are meaningless distinctions here. To have one's own mind is strictly forbidden. All that matters is blind obedience.
That might be the case now, but it can't always have been like that. There must have been something more.
Once, maybe. Question is that something still salvageable?
If it's not, we'll just have to make something new. No, not we. They've had enough foisted on them as it is.
You're right. It's time the people here had the chance to forge their own path. That's not to say it'll be easy, but it will be worthwhile.
These things take time to... What the... An ambush?
Sorry. There was a huge flying bug and I sort of shot without thinking.
A bug? You mean like a Zoogle?
Something tells me she would have shot it, whether it was a Zoogle or not.
This realm is teeming with humid forests. It's only natural insects would feel more at home here than Menancia. In fact, I seem to recall reading somewhere that bugs around these parts lay their eggs in human food to ensure healthy incubation.
Sounds like they're tougher than they look.
What about you, Alphen? Bugs don't creep you out?
I wouldn't say I was their #1 fan. Mind you, if times get desperate enough, I've been known to eat them.
Insects as a culinary option, you say? What kind of seasoning are we talking?
Dohalim, I don't think he was talking about cooking them.
Hey, a lizard!
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Dohalim pancakes!
Huh?
Sure is good to be back in the pleasant climes of Menancia. Especially after the extremes of some of the other regions we visited.
Definitely. Your country is beautiful.
You do me an honor. However, this place was never mine to own.
I didn't mean it that way. Though, I guess technically you weren't born here either. Native or not, that doesn't change the feelings you had for the place. If I were you, I'd try to take a little pride in people's compliments.
Allow myself to feel pride, huh? That sounds like no easy task.
Nothing sounds easy when you overthink things the way you do. It must be exhausting.
He's always worrying about something. It's probably what gives him his eye for detail. That's just the way he is.
Yeah, so we'd noticed.
Let's change the subject, shall we? It's a wonder so many things coincided to bring us here. Alphen's awakening, Shion's decision to revolt, the Dahnan uprising in Calaglia, the Crown Contest's final, sputtering throws.
Zephyr's being in the right place at the right time, the fact that you happened to be a lord just as this was all going on.
It's almost as if we were brought together by design. By someone who wanted to bring down the system.
No, enough Hand of Destiny talk. We did this on our own steam. It's our responsibility to see it through.
Did Law just utter a pearl of wisdom?
I do think about things, you know. Just what do you take me for exactly?
Honestly, I always sort of pegged you as a likable dolt.
What the hell makes me a dolt, you dolt?
I mean, she did say he was a likable dolt, didn't she?
Let's refrain from poking this particular Zoogle any further. Some lessons just can't be taught.
Not to dolts, anyway.
Hey, Kisara, what's your secret for putting up with Dohalim? I don't know how you managed to deal with him.
Secret? Oh, I don't think it's as difficult as all that, really.
Could have had me fooled. Anyone who waxes lyrical on the aesthetic qualities of cactus thorns is a step too far for me.
And those poetic flourishes he sneaks into regular conversation? How am I supposed to react?
He likes the sound of his own voice, that's for sure. I say let him have his fun. No need to try and understand anything he says.
Has he always been like that?
He didn't seem as on edge all the time back in Menancia. Though he was my superior back then. So who's to say what I didn't see?
A lord of Cislodia hid in plain sight while a crony posing as him carried out all his business. What if the lord we met in Vicente was really...
An imposter? Dohalim? Hardly. Like it or not, that's him all right. In all his flamboyant, circumloquacious glory.
I'd like to see someone try to impersonate that on a daily basis.
Come to think of it, what with being a lord and all, he's probably never had anyone to speak to on an equal basis.
It wouldn't surprise me. Having you guys around, having a family in a way, must be what's helped him change.
A little heads up on some of his eccentricities would have been nice.
It's those eccentricities that make him who he is.
Filled with idol.
That's
This indeed. However, I'm
At least I'll also. Hey, we should make some pancakes right now.
They were drawing Dohalim's face back there. That seems like a handy trick to keep in your back pocket.
the recipe's light on ingredients, and a little extra work could bring the flavor right out.
Great! Then let's make some together. Our very own personalized pancakes.
Sure, I got this.
You're out, Alphen. I don't need spicy pancakes. You're out too, Kisara. You'd win easily.
Win what? Is it a competition?
Yes! A contest between me, Shion, and Dohalim.
Wait, what? I'm more of an eating specialist.
You can say that again.
I accept any and all challenges.
Great. Then I'll be the judge.
I can gather the ingredients.
Okay, then it's on.
Hey, what about me?
Maybe we'll have some luck finding what we need at the farm.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Right. Thanks.
Oh!
Whoa!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen! It's time to find out once and for all whose pancakes reign supreme!
I guess he's emceeing now.
Let's hear some thoughts from Kisara, our judge!
Indeed. This is a highly eclectic group of competitors. I look forward to seeing what they produce for us.
Expectations sure are running high!
I applied all of my know-how to this.
Well,
Nothing wrong with Shion holding her head high.
I mixed in some candy that tingles the tongue.
Oh, but it's quite, a mouthful.
Well, I should hope so. I put in as much food and sugar as I could. It should provide 3 days' worth of nourishment.
3 days worth?
our judge has been left stunned!
And not in a good way.
Now it's time for...
Here is
What the?
Dohalim pancakes!
I can't believe he actually...
go on.
Well, Dohalim. There's some...
Indeed. I gather delicacies that's what makes my master. Pancakes are overrated.
And you're out.
Defeat.
And just like that...
Well, they're both just so How am I supposed to follow?
Rinwell! You're...
Okay, I'm coming. Woo! Oh, your face. Whew. Are you sure?
Huh?
Okay.
Oh no, you didn't. Never...
It's nice and soft around the edges, and yet the contrast of fluffiness and that, and it's the strangest thing. It gives me this odd sense of ardor. I give this a
Rinwell!
Looks like you...
Huh?
She took off running to burn off the food she ate.
I may have done her... I guess I was only thinking about what I
You know...
I agree. Still,
Yeah, no question there.
In fact, I would love to partake in them again sometime. What?
Don't.
I can't wait.
You just...
We've reached our destination.
Hey, Rinwell, tell me about your parents. What were they like?
They were kind. That's the part I like to remember. They could also be strict, though, especially when it came to magic. I never understood why I had to work so hard to learn magic. Why we couldn't just be done with it and live openly like everyone else. Needless to say, that didn't go over well. Of course, if I'd had known that one day I'd be doing this, I would have taken my studies more seriously. What about your parents?
Same deal. Run through the mill. Told constantly that training was the only way to survive in a world like this. It got bad enough that I ended up running away and siding with the Renans of all people. And now, I've got that training to thank for being alive.
I know how that feels.
The first time we met, you risked using your magic to stop me from kicking my dad's ass. You could have done anything else. You could have ignored it. So, why?
Yeah, I guess something about Zephyr reminded me of my own father.
You don't say. So, did your pops and mine look a lot like each other?
Not really. Not at all, in fact. I don't know how to explain it. I just felt a resemblance, I guess.
Wow. Well, I won't pretend I understand, but I'm glad. Your dad must have been a great guy.
He was.
Maybe it's the snow soaking up all the sound, but something about Cyslodia always feels mysterious to me. Solemn, almost.
When it comes to solemnity, I'd say our own Octalina Palace is no slouch.
I won't argue with you there. Still, that azure tint of the shadows on the silvery white snow, it has a certain indescribable quality.
Indeed. It was boorish of me to even suggest such a comparison.
All I know is it's freaking cold. Still, more pleasant now that the locals aren't quite as frosty towards us.
Well, excuse me if I'm too frosty for your warm self.
Oh, come on! You know I didn't mean you. Besides, really, I'm the one who...
How about we stop getting hung up on the past for a change? Take what you've learned and put it to use in the future instead.
An unexamined past can be just as dangerous in its own right.
Better that than obsessing over it like a certain someone I know.
Kisara doesn't mince her words, does she?
I could say the same thing about one or two of the other women around here.
Tell me about it.
I think I'll refrain from commenting on this one.
Hootle, I've got some dried fish for you. You want some?
Forget that. Doesn't some tasty red meat sound better, boy?
Hey! Stop trying to coax him away with treats. Get your own adorable sidekick if you're so desperate for one.
He appears to enjoy being the center of attention.
Funny how things change. He and Rinwell used to be joined at the hip, or shoulder to talon.
It's not just Hootle who's become more trusting. Isn't that so, Rinwell?
They do say pets and their owners act alike. I suppose since we've been together, I've done my share of coming out of my own shell too.
Well then, I guess with you and Hootle, that makes us all one big happy family.
Sometimes when I'm deep in thought, Hootle will come over and sit next to me. I only wish I could actually pet him.
Oh, you will someday. You won't believe how soft he is.
Wish I had that problem. I'm lucky if I can so much as look at old Featherbrain without him trying to claw me to ribbons.
Really? He seems tame enough around everyone else. Maybe it's just Hootle's way of establishing dominance?
That's dogs, not owls.
What's going on when Hootle pecks at you?
I don't know. Like when I'm talking to Rinwell, it's like he's trying to muscle me out or something. Unless... Wait, you don't suppose I make him jealous?
Come again?
Ow! Ah, get off of me, you insecure fluff ball!
I rather think they make a good comedic pairing. Resonate with the earth!
Damn it!
We did it!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope there was improvement.
No, I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
Over so soon?
Look out!
What the hell is... Stay calm, Law.
You just had to make things difficult for us.
What are you muttering about? Focus or you'll get hurt.
Don't worry, I'll have this wrapped up in a flash.
Feel.
Rising Wyvern!
I'll be saving... The flashing parts are weak.
Sharply flash! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Done! I'll leave it to you!
Unity of your movement is simply incredible.
I'll be saving...
Resonate with the earth!
Acceleration wave!
Changing your bloody house!
Double demon fang!
Chain between heaven and earth. Burning. Glacial
Double demon fang!
I'm ready!
Now, astral energy.
Say no more!
What did I tell you? Get in our way!
Amazing. Get on there with the others. By the power of water.
Flames?
Watch out! It's changing its attack. There you go. Don't let up. Magic is there.
Ignite!
On your knees.
Holy land. A chain between heaven and earth. You get the gift. Sleep now. Water. Hear my call.
Captivity!
Hit.
Megasonic thrust!
Annihilate.
Sister!
Don't give up. Holy land. You get the gist.
In your resuscitation.
Sorry
to trouble.
You do the same for me.
Double demon fang! Rising
Glacial
roar!
spear. Pierce evil.
Can't move!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul.
Heal for Whoa! Hey! One at a time.
Not done
The
yet!
enemy is going
So
all
you
out.
clamor for my true
Take
power?
this!
Let me show you what
Sword
my
Rain
heart can
Alpha!
do.
A
Rise and
scream
shine.
bathed in blood.
Photon
Ring
Magic
on!
Awaken and wreak havoc.
Megasonic thrust! Sonic thrust!
Don't leave me. Illuminate the dark. Come forth, holy glimmer, holy land. A chain between heaven and earth. A wailing banshee of lightning. Divine savior.
Leave the charge by the me.
Power of water.
Sword Rain!
Another incantation ruined. Elusive
Use
deity.
the healing art.
Taking
Blow away!
It's weakened.
This ends now!
Lunar corruption.
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with love. Resuscitation.
Let me show you what my art can do.
Resonate with the earth.
Denied!
Demon fang! Double demon fang!
Art is being interrupted.
Ignite!
Now!
Warm! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Illuminate the
Sonic
floor!
Thrust!
Great! That'll... make things easier. Divine water this time!
Can't it just make up its mind?
Dragon Form! Sonic Thrust! Double Demon Fang!
Burning Strike! Chinese Supernova!
Take this! No escape! Blow away! Crush!
Ready to go!
It's too much! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Ignite!
Bloody howling!
Glacial Spear!
Heal my weary companion!
Double Demon Fang!
Watch yourself.
Incredible
power.
It's showtime!
No dawn shall break.
What in the world?
Don't worry. I'm all right. Still standing.
Radiant Light! Regeneration! Okay, here I go! Wind! Here I come! The flame inside me, yours, will be let free! Okay.
When you're done, Gohan, then tonight's meal is on you. Keep going.
They ignite with black and chocolate flame! Not now, not ever! Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! Double Demon Fang! Double me! In an instant! Impact Block! You're mine!
Lightning orbs! Wait, where's the water go?
It's all dried up!
Yet shall not be
Firmament
forgotten.
Blend! It's so bright!
It's a pain is what it is!
The flame inside you is yours to be let free!
Waters of radiant here!
Chocolate
Yes,
Flash!
immortal droplet! Lunar corruption!
Pierce through!
I'm all set up!
Demon Fang!
Parrying the rock! Free flame! You get the gist! Air blast!
Take this!
Here's the evil! Free
Pierce
flame!
through!
Trouble! Winds of heaven!
Air Polar Blade! Demon Fang!
Ready to go!
In a bind?
This one's all mine! No! It can't end here!
Forgive me.
Free blender! Amazing! Not long to go now.
We couldn't have done it without you, Reno.
Thanks! Come on! Let's you and me get in there and finish this fight! I'll bring you back from death to death!
You're mine!
Can't move! In here! Lunar corruption!
It's in your hands now.
Back into the fray! Far enough! Better if you don't get up! Annihilation! Radiant here! I'll bring you back from death to death! Too much to handle? Magic is there! Air thrust! The water's lava! Come away! Water! Annihilation! They're not playing around! Here's another! I'm burning!
Not done yet! Stay away from my friend! Demon Fang!
I can handle it!
Demon Fang!
Fairy circle!
Now I can let
Far enough! By the
Be
power
still!
of flame!
Rising Falcon!
I'll grind you into dust!
The flame is
Out of the woods.
Monster Shot!
Healing circle!
Lunar Rondo! You're on! Chocolate Flash!
I'm going to need to use all power of my power. My astral lightning condemned! A chain between heaven and earth. Masterful dash! A wailing bandit! Blast from Death's Abyss! Resuscitate! Illuminate your soul! Reload! Holy Glimmer! Holy Annihilation! Contained between heaven and earth! Here's a healing arc!
No! Can't end here!
I couldn't make it in time.
Lunar Corruption! Gemini Aqua! Resuscitation! Burning Strike! Raging Storm!
No!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming Wildfire! Glacial Spear!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with love. Resuscitation.
Hear me! Flameless Fury! Burning Strike!
Glacial Spear!
Here's the evil!
Rising Wiper!
Flame Lancer!
Hurrah!
Where that came from!
Is this it?
Magic Kazam! Air Thrust! A whirlwind you get, Jet! I can't hold... Not much longer! A whirlwind swirl! Wings of heaven!
Bring you down!
Can't get out of this!
In here! Let me help! I'll be saving!
Nothing gets by me!
I'm ready!
Do it! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
What was with that creature? It was some sort of a Zoogle that could control light. Rinwell, do you think that could have been...
The true form of the Phantom Flower? No, it couldn't be.
What makes you so sure?
Because...
What the...
Whoa!
What the hell is that? Is the enemy back for more?
Whatever it is, it's freaking huge!
You guys, calm down. It's okay. It's probably... No, it's definitely the Phantom Flower of Navira. I read about it in that book we found earlier. It was described as a mysterious light floating up in the sky. It's not dangerous at all. In fact, this is the place it was first discovered.
So that's how it got its name then. You sure it's not some enemy astral art being cast at us?
Positive. I think it's just a rare and unusual weather phenomenon more than anything else.
Cyslodia obviously used to be covered in darkness around the clock. But with that gone, I guess that's why we're able to see this again?
You could be right. It's so pretty though, isn't it?
Sure. But it's so big we could have seen it from town just fine, couldn't we?
Well, sure, but still.
Hey, who cares where we saw it? I'm just glad we got to see it at all. Besides, that Zoogle was what kept us from seeing it before, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's such a gorgeous night sky here. You should really bring Shion out to watch it.
Right. Right. I'll, do that.
It took a lot to get here, but I can't help but feel like a dream of mine came true. Thanks, Law.
I didn't do all that much, really.
Well, I still really appreciate it. It made me really, really happy.
Hey, you know
Oh! It looks like you can see it even better from over there! I'm gonna go check it out!
Huh? Hey, wait! Rinwell...
This shall be a feast for the senses.
I can feel my power growing!
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
I never realized before just how hot this place is. It's like being inside a fire.
You're only just noticing? Ah, yes, forgive me. The whole lack of sensory feedback situation.
That's the one. It's hard to believe I once worked in this soup, let alone helped spearhead a revolution.
And all with the mask concealing your face. It must have been very grimy beneath that.
Back then, we had our plates full enough dealing with constant abuse from our Renan overlords. It never occurred to me the air itself was oppressive in its own way. My head spinning just with the effort it takes to walk.
I think that's called heat stroke. You might want to take a sip of water.
You mean that water that's been festering under the sun for days? I wouldn't chance it without boiling it first.
Oh, I know! I'll go to the dock and fetch us some clean water.
Water alone won't suffice. He'll need to ensure his sodium levels are replenished as well.
In that case, let's see if we can rustle up some rock salt. Alphen, you go cool off in the shade for a while. Xion, stay and keep an eye on him.
And then there were two.
Bit of an overreaction, but it's still kind of them.
Maybe it's not the time, but this place brings back memories.
I know what you mean. We're back where it all started.
You don't ever regret meeting me sometimes, do you?
Are you kidding? You started all of this. Bringing down the wall, retrieving my sense of self. I have no regrets.
Welcome back, Law.
Hey.
Yeah.
Got it.
Hey!
All right. Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yep. I can't. Thanks.
We've reached our destination.
I hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help.
Hopefully it's nothing that'll be too hard to deal with.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Really now?
What?
I see. Agreed.
Very nice.
Dohalim? The line of researchers is getting longer.
Perhaps I should have put more thought into this before accepting.
Alphen, what do you think of that chick over there?
Doesn't look like she really works out.
I'm not talking about her muscles, you dummy!
Right. Hi. Oh, great. Good.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
We avoided getting roasted in that ring. What we could really use is something to cap this off.
Sure. Got any ideas on what would be good?
Mabo curry. Fried bread stuffed with curry.
You'd probably buy out the whole stock.
Hey, she's pretty cute.
Who are you looking at? Quit gawking and let's go.
Ow!
Hoo hoo hoo! Hoo hoo hoo! Look, Hootle! One of your buddies! Hoo!
three-armed giant. Is this the Zoogle from the request?
It's not only alive, but completely uninjured.
We'll just have to see for ourselves if it's really as ferocious as they say.
Let's see what you've got.
I'm going to need to use all the power to accomplish this. A wailing outlook! This is gonna need all of us together!
Exploit the enemy's weakness.
Thanks for the healing. Run yourself, okay? Yeah, you too.
Being interrupted.
Dragon form!
Begin!
Sonic Rush!
Shine! Radiant light!
Hear that call!
Someone strike!
Chain between heaven and earth.
Sonic Rush! Try this!
Wailing banshee of lightning.
Blending blast!
Breathe blade. More for the stock. Here's a healing art. First aid.
Know you are. Tick-tock!
One at a time. Go unit here.
Rising Wyvern!
Here.
Burn in hell! Wide open!
It won't escape me!
Here I come! Hurricane Blast! Rising Phoenix!
Chain between heaven and
This
earth.
one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield is for. Get behind me.
Got it! Leave it to you!
Rending you apart! Bloody howling! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Incineration Wave!
Healing art. Up and out. Let's go.
Air pressure!
Cyan into
Sword
it.
Rain Alpha!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara! Breath of life! Heal my...
Blaze of heaven. I can't hold on much longer.
Double Demon Fang! Incineration Wave! Burn!
It looks like it's about to strike. Here's the evil.
Sharp, everyone!
Radiant. Here. Water astral energy. Searing flash. Reload.
Shine! Radiant light!
Into the
Force of
shadows.
regeneration! Regenerate!
Mega ray.
Orochi Fury! Take this!
The waters of creation.
Try this!
Dance immortal droplet.
Blending blast!
Water wave. Healing circle.
Okay, here I go. Try harder! Not again!
Freezing storm.
Rising Wyvern! Tear! Rising Phoenix! Pierce through!
Dance in the wind.
Masterful dash!
Double Demon Fang! Pistol!
Fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Pierce evil.
Spirits within the soil.
Feel.
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Got it.
Pierce through!
Now's our chance.
Got him on the run!
Don't get cocky.
Right. Still anyone's fight.
Blah, blah, blah.
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
Double Demon Fang!
Corruption.
Now I can let loose! It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out. Holy quiver, holy land. Chain between heaven and earth.
Take this!
A
Rising Gale!
wailing banshee of lightning. I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Double Demon Fang!
Lightning orb. Illuminate the blah, blah, blah.
Bathed in blood. Rending you a bloody howling!
Rising Wyvern!
Stars of light.
Azure Storm! Double Demon Fang!
Spirits within the soil.
Dragon Swarm! Not today!
I'm ready!
River!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Well, we beat it in the end.
Let us harvest what we can use and take it with us.
Built for the sake of it and then cast aside. How sad.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
I never thought about this until now, Alphen, but doesn't it get hot wearing that armor all the time? You feel heat and cold again, don't you?
Admittedly, yeah. It can get pretty toasty in this thing.
Is it hard when your back starts to itch?
Oh, you bet. Plus, my shoulders get stiff wearing it, even if it's not all that heavy.
Kisara looks like she manages all right with her armor.
Armor takes a strong body and a stout heart.
Spoken like a true guardsman. Not that I really get what you mean.
The more I think about it, the more I realize what a pain it must be. Like, what do you do when you need to take a leak?
Ew!
That part can be a bit of a pain, yeah. More things to take off.
That sucks, man. Wouldn't it be easier if you just walked around outside of your armor most of the time instead?
You never know when the enemy might attack. As tempting as it might be to take it off, it's not worth getting killed over.
So basically, you're screwed if you ever get attacked while taking a dump. Right, Rinwell?
Are you doing this on purpose?
Oh, just great.
Cheers! What?
Wait,
Help it?
Shion, you're not alone. You've got all of us. There's all...
That's that Eve. You never...
Feeling better now, Shion?
I'm sorry I lost my cool like that.
don't worry. It's not like I have any room for criticism.
Being a grown-up isn't easy, is it?
We've reached our destination.
Okay!
Here we go! I'll do my best! Look sharp! Hurricane strike! Look sharp! Water snake wing! Piercing roar! Lion howl! Lunar arc! Switch to offense! Round and pound! Inferno crossing! Water snake wing! Piercing roar! Burst! Inferno crossing! This one's mine! Look sharp! Round and pound! Igneous discharge! Jasmine spin! Tiger blade! Burst! Hurricane strike! This one's mine! No chance! Far enough!
What the... Excuse me!
Yeah, see?
I never knew Lagiel could be so intense.
She can get that way where my brother is concerned.
She's not the only one.
We finally made it. Everything okay there, big guy? You look kinda pissed.
I'll say. He looks like he wants to bite the head off something.
What's eating at you? Come on, Alphen. You're gonna bring us all down if you keep that ferocious scowl on.
Oh, sorry. Do I really look that ticked off?
Yeah, it kinda makes you hard to talk to. So, what's bothering you?
It's a pebble.
A pebble?
Snuck its way into the back of my boot. I can't seem to get rid of it.
Oh, I totally get you. Weird how much it can get on your nerves, huh?
Yeah, it's barely bigger than a grain of sand. So how come it feels like I'm walking around on hot nails?
You know, maybe this is a crazy solution, but you could just take your boot off and give it a shake.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, of course. You're right. Phew. It's like I've been given a new lease on life. Thanks for the tip, Shion.
Seemed kind of obvious, but you're welcome? That's the trouble with windy places. All that fine debris ends up getting into your hair and clothes.
Alphen, is it just me, or have you become extra sensitive ever since getting your sense of pain back?
Now that you mention it, the other night at camp, there was a fly buzzing around that annoyed him so much, he unsheathed the blazing sword.
So much for sensitive. That's just being a Mr. Cranky Pants.
Nothing new on that front, then.
What's the matter, Alphen? You look a little tense.
It's nothing, really.
He wants to get angry, but knows that doing so would only prove our point. Hence the building frustration showing plainly on his face.
Would you stop analyzing things for 1 minute?
Point taken.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster. Out of our way!
Snake could be a bit...
I thought you were going to wreck the place.
I'm not nearly finished yet.
Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
Come on. And here I hoped I wasn't...
My fists are crushing it out there!
I think that might be what we were told to get, isn't it?
Is this the so-called legendary instrument?
Actually, I think it's one of the freight train parts that I was using for a sword.
I'm sure anything will be fine. We should take it.
Always good to be back in familiar territory. How's this?
I see.
Great!
I see you've got your relics all lined up again. What are you doing? Huh? They're so bright now.
Oh, it's you two. I was merely tending to my collection.
Don't you think you've polished them enough by now?
You take better care of your relics than you do yourself.
I try to take good care of them. However, no matter how much work I put in, it refused to respond.
I thought you could hear their voices somehow.
I can, but that's all I can do with them. I can't actually engage in conversation with them. Not yet.
What are they saying? Did they really want you to polish them that much?
You're right. I was so enraptured with them, I may have selfishly failed to consider their own wishes. I must open my mind and sincerely engage with them in earnest.
He never gets tired of his relics, does he?
Nope. It is interesting to look at them when they're all lined up together like this, though. Like how these two have similar designs. It makes me wonder if they were made in the same period.
An excellent observation. Yes, I too suspect they're somehow intimately related as well.
I don't see what you two are talking about at all.
What's this? Why, that smear wasn't there previously. Could it be responding to my voice at long last? It's rather viscous and has a distinct aroma to it.
Hootle! These relics are no place for you to do your business! Whew! I'm serious! These are priceless pieces of history!
Come on, Dohalim. Let's go wash your hands before you catch anything weird.
I can't believe you managed to shoo off that irritating bard.
Had we brought him along, it would have livened up our journey considerably.
You know, maybe you're right. We could have hit it off.
Yeah, and the two of you could be irritating together.
That was quite the little adventure we went on. Let's see what you've
got.
Far beyond
Can't get out of damn it!
No dawn
As
can
a
break
sword!
this night.
It's like trying to keep up with a wall. Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Elfin!
It's time to end this battle.
I'm right beside you! Now!
A comfortable win.
You guys want to rest here? Did we really just spend that much money?
Okay, whose turn is it to cook today?
Nice try, Law. We all know it's your turn.
Damn, was I that obvious? All right, guess I'll get to it.
Wait, before you get started. Remember when the three of us fixed pancakes back on the farm?
I remember how weirdly proud you were of yours.
Wait, don't tell me you want a rematch.
Oh, no, nothing like that. It's just, I've been thinking about something ever since that day. I used every trick in the book to make the perfect pancake, and yet...
You're wondering why you lost, right?
Pretty sure it's because you pumped Ysara here with enough sugar to give a Zoogle a...
Anyways, I've come up with a recipe, and was hoping you guys could taste them and tell me what you think.
All right, I'm up for round 2. Challenge accepted.
Wait, are we all doing this?
Come on. Shion's clearly put a lot of work into this. I'm sure they'll be great. Right, everyone?
Thanks. Okay, wait here. I'll have them fixed up in just a few moments. Thanks for waiting, everyone. Here are your pancakes.
I can't wait. Let's see how they taste. Damn. The way these spices jump about in your mouth, you'd think they'd cancel each other out, but somehow they work brilliantly.
They're so sweet, I feel like they'll melt in my mouth. Every bite makes me feel like I'm in heaven.
Holy crap! These are so rich, just the way I like them! I can't stop stuffing them in my face!
You chose the perfect ingredients and heated them just enough to bring out their flavor. Amazing!
The presentation is simply exquisite, and they have such a pure, refined taste to them as well.
They're
Perfect!
Shion, these pancakes are amazing.
Really? I'm so glad they turned out well.
Although, don't we all seem to have different impressions of how they actually taste?
You're right. It's like everyone was eating something completely different.
Here, let me take a bite of yours, Alphen.
It's true. I fine-tuned them to suit each person's unique tastes.
You did that for everyone's pancakes? That must have been a lot of extra work.
It was, but I learned something important in doing so. You see, I was so focused on trying to make something that I thought would please people that I forgot to consider who I was actually serving.
Here, water!
Thanks, Renwell. I thought I was a goner.
What's important as a cook isn't what I want people to feel about my food. It's about accommodating what they're looking for in a meal.
Well said, Shion. I'm so proud of you for figuring that out. No recipe is complete without love and care for whoever's eating it. Those alone make a dish taste better than any spice could.
So one might say that what makes a meal are both those who prepare it and those who eat it, rather than the food alone. How insightful.
You've grown so much as a cook, Xion. I have nothing left to teach you.
Oh, thank you, Master. Thank you so much. Why are you staring at me?
I could ask the same thing.
So this is how the Sovereign and Maiden are supposed to look. You two go great together.
Law, come stand between us.
Oh, sure! You want me to put something white on as well?
Of course she doesn't.
Take a closer look, Xion. It's a miracle.
What are you talking about?
This outfit, it's already got blue accents on it.
So I see.
I love how much amazing food we get to eat even when we're out on the road.
Me too. Especially compared to what I used to have when I was still a slave. This is paradise.
It's amazing what good food can do to keep your hopes up. Nagal used to say all the time that the power of food is subtle, yet profound.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? For whatever reason, I find I don't worry nearly as much when I've got a full stomach helping me out.
That's why you shouldn't be such a picky eater.
Huh?
She's right. You always leave food that you don't like on your plate when you're done.
Come on, what's the big deal?
Back in the day, I couldn't think about leaving any food. It was such a waste not to eat at all. You needed every last scrap of energy.
Exactly. Even when my brother and I didn't have much to eat, we all did what we could to make it taste good and enjoy what we had.
That definitely explains a lot about why you cook the way you do, Kisara.
Dohalim, I bet you don't know what any of that's like. You must be used to food being handed to you on a silver platter.
Sometimes it was gold.
You didn't shy away from that at all.
Although, there was one experience that does come to mind.
Oh?
When I first learned that the food I ate originally came from animals and fish, I was rather taken aback.
You just ate whatever was in front of you without even thinking about it?
That's a silver-spooned elite for you.
Your cooking has really improved, Xion.
It's because of you that I understand what makes it so fun. I'm glad everyone seems to enjoy what I make too.
I've noticed a disturbing trend that after it's your turn to cook, our ingredients tend to run really low. What's up with that?
That is a good point, Law. There's a weird difference between the amount of ingredients she prepares and how much food actually gets served. Curious. Very curious indeed.
I don't know. Isn't it pretty normal for veggies to shrink a little when you fry them up?
Or maybe she eats all the bad batches herself so we won't notice.
Come on, I wouldn't do anything like that.
Then how would you explain the difference?
Ahem. I have a theory that I wish to propose.
What is it?
As we all know, Xion here can have quite the appetite. I imagine she often taste tests her own food as she prepares it. By my eye, it would appear that her footprints are leaving deeper impressions as of late. Far be it from me to level such an accusation, but the facts lead me to conclude that...
She's been snacking while she cooks.
And yet, she still looks so slender in her clothing.
Yeah, I'm kind of envious, actually.
Wait a sec, are you guys trying to say she's...
I'm what?
Nothing?
Nothing. Shion, about that fight just now.
Sorry about that. I was careless.
I didn't come to criticize you. Just please take better care of yourself.
You don't need to worry about me. In case you forgot, I can't exactly die anyway. It's like how you used to not care about getting beat up because you couldn't feel pain, and then I was the one to patch you up. It's the same thing.
You're right. That is how I used to be. But this isn't the same.
Then what do you mean? How is what's happening now different from what happened then?
It's different now.
Look, if you mean because you can feel pain again,
It's because I don't want to see you getting hurt. You're right. When I couldn't feel any pain, I put myself in all sorts of dangerous situations. I didn't listen to anybody's warnings, and I made a lot of people worried for no good reason. It was foolish. This isn't about you and me being able to take pain. I don't want to have to see you get hurt, Shion. It's too much for me to take. Is that a crazy thing to say?
No, it isn't. And I definitely don't like seeing you get hurt either, Alphen. We can't expect our enemies to show us any mercy, but I will do my best not to throw myself in harm's way out there either. How does that sound?
I'm sorry if I sounded harsh earlier. I didn't mean to. I just really want you to take better care of yourself.
I will. At least, for as long as I can.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? I wanted to ask you something.
I'm all ears.
How much contact did you have with the other lords back in the day?
I only saw or exchanged words with them on a handful of occasions. Not that I was particularly keen on even that much.
Almeidrea made it sound like the two of you had some kind of history together.
She was like that with all of the lords, not just me. She was always interested in who she could use, who had value for her own ends. Having said that, she wasn't quite so brazen back when we were still in Lenegis. In a sense, she may have been a victim of the crown contest as well.
Almeidrea? A victim?
To a Renan, there is no greater honor in life than being chosen to serve as a lord, let alone to go on and become the next sovereign. We are taught that from the day we leave the womb. There are few Renans who wouldn't be ecstatic at the prospect of ascending to lordship.
You were like that though, right? You've always struck me as a more grounded guy.
No sane Renan would ever dare admit that their interests lie in anything but power and prestige, even if they feel so in their heart of hearts.
The more you talk about it, the more it seems like the crown contest is nothing but misery for Renans, too.
Which is why I seek to end it. Not that I imagine Dahnans such as Rinwell are all that interested in hearing tales of woe such as mine. We'd best get ready for tomorrow. Shall we get moving?
Guess I misread the landing.
What the hell is that?
Please tell me we don't have to fight that.
We'll worry about that later. There are things on the ground to deal with first. Rongo! Mirage! Dragon Form!
Pesky airborne. Scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly. You get the jet. I never fit.
Sword Ray Alpha! Blow away! Eternal Devastation!
Lunar Breath! Magic is there!
Eternal Devastation!
Here! Where are you going? Let's get you all tucked away! That thing's headed this way!
Even I can't stop that. Everyone, look out!
I thought you were going to wreck the place.
I'm not nearly finished yet.
Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
As impressive as always.
Ah, and here I hoped I was improving.
No, I mean you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
Newcomers, let's welcome them.
Watch the ones up above, too! Mirage! Incineration Wave!
The waters of a freezing storm! Dance, immortal drama!
You dare strike me from behind?
Final wave! Now for something special!
Rising Wyvern!
Freeze land!
Rising Phoenix!
Air thrust!
Scream bathed in blood.
Be still! Rising Falcon!
Another incantation ruined.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
None shall escape!
That'll bring you down!
They smite with black and
Lightning
gray.
Thrust!
None
Rising
shall
Falcon!
escape my judgment!
Rising Wyvern!
Magic is there!
Rising Phoenix!
Can't you get the jet?
Being interrupted.
I'm going to need to use all the factors! Phase 1! Come forth, the healing resurrection! Hit!
I owe you one.
Radiant! Here! Lightning descent!
Stalagmite.
Lunar Rondo!
Heaven and earth!
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Lightning!
This one's all mine! Rending blast!
In here! This one's mine!
Flash! Sonic thrust!
The waters
Sword
are
Rain Alpha!
free.
I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy glimmer! Holy light!
I'm not done! Be still! Rising Falcon!
Freeze Lancer! Now!
Oh! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Dance in the wind! Radiant Spear! Air thrust!
with blackened blade! Execution!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! They just keep coming!
This thing's putting us through our paces.
Gale Force! Oh, violent darting wings!
Luna Rondo!
Illuminating Seal!
Take this! Not today!
Strike!
Air pressure!
Thunder Field!
Rotate Fury!
Banana Thrust!
Sonic thrust!
There you go! Don't let up!
Rending blast!
Can't get out of this!
No! Escape my
Can't end here!
Don't leave me! Astral energy!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Benediction
All
light.
disasters made one! Come forth, the healing
Not done yet.
That'll bring you down.
Nail thrust! Now
Flaming
Ah,
thrust!
thank you.
Mega ray!
Bestow thy mystic mercy, a thrilling performance.
Rising Wyvern!
Lightning condemned!
The enemy wields arts
Got
too.
it! We'll soon see about that!
Dragon Force!
Take that! Radiant Spear!
Explosive ring!
Air thrust! Seal!
Flame inside me! Sure! Go right free! Demon Fang! Eternal devastation! You picked the wrong fight!
Photon, lightning condemned! Thunderbolt! Magic is finished without Holy Land!
Rising Falcon!
Sleep now!
Rattle shot! Hurricane thrust! Double Demon Fang!
The water's healing circle!
Okay, here I go!
Dance, immortal droplets!
Never
Holy
you a
Rock,
bloody
howling!
Rotate Fury! It's gone!
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Not today!
Air thrust! A chain between heaven and earth!
Take this!
Away!
not done!
The lightning!
Devastation! Rising Phoenix!
It's weakened!
I have no... This ends now!
Do it!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
Azure Sword!
Lightning orb!
Double Demon
Dance in
Fang!
the wind! Air thrust! A chain between heaven and earth! Radiant
Eternal devastation!
Luna Sword!
Demon Fang!
into the shadows!
Luna Rondo!
Another wave?
How long do we have to deal with this?
Luna Rondo!
Winds of heaven! First force! Sleep now!
Dazzle!
Masterful dash!
Soaring Light Spear! Okay, here...
More with that kick!
Resonate with the earth!
Freeze
Be
Lancer!
still!
Frontier Sharp! Where are you going?
Not now, not ever!
Stars of light!
Pass through! This one's all
The
mine!
waters of creation!
Can't end here!
Here's evil! Dance in the wind! I'll bring you back from death to this! Struggle! I can't hold on much longer! Searing Cyclone!
Rising Wyvern!
Air thrust! First lane! Astral energy!
Flaming thrust!
Radiant
You're on!
Resonate with the earth! Denying your dreams!
It's on!
Purge malevolence!
Burn!
Here's a healing art! Freeze Lancer!
Okay, here I go!
Water!
Severing
Hear my
Wind!
call! Arts require
Rising
complete
Phoenix!
corruption! By
Sorry, I didn't want to put you out.
What are friends for? We can't depend on one another.
You're right. I'll bear that in mind.
The waters of annihilation!
Demon Fang!
Dance immortal effort!
Glacial Spear!
Piercing tidal wave! Free yourself!
Azure Storm! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down! Almost in the bag!
Not done yet. It's just falling back.
Then it's time for you to do what you do best! Dance to the wind!
Explosive ring!
Crazy cascade!
Azure Storm!
I can do
Double
it
Demon
all
Fang!
Gemini Aqua!
Destruction!
Reload!
Negative gate!
I'll heal you all!
Swallow Blade! Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Where are you going?
Swallow Blade!
Hold on to your
Double
eye.
Demon Fang!
Here I come!
Demon Fang!
Shine.
Double Demon Fang!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Azure Storm!
Resurrection!
Double Demon Fang! I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz. Position, precision, timing. All a
You picked
perfect
the wrong
dance.
fight!
That's it? Nothing else to add?
You take meticulous care of your fire.
Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
At this point, we're practically sitting ducks.
Alphen, I've got this.
Right, I'll handle the rest. Chill!
Heads up, Alphen.
This is our chance! Oh, weak point? Rising Wyvern! Damn it! Looks like we're gonna have to take care of these first. Be still! Rising Falcon! Lightning Thrust! Rising Falcon! You're mine! Raining Slash! Crunch! Demon Fang! Destruction! You picked the wrong fight! Swallow Blade! That did it! You're mine! Wind! Devastation! You're mine! Swallow Blade! Slash! Azure Storm! I'm gonna need more. That medicine. I'm gonna need more of that medicine. Sword Rain! Take this! Soaring Light Spear! Mirage! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Burn! Be still! Rising Falcon! Orochi's Fury! Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Destruction! Ah! There! Here I come! Great! Next! It's on! Crush! Rising Wyvern! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm! Severing Wind! Miranda! Rising Wyvern! This should do it! Sword Lane Alpha! We did it! Rising Wyvern! Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Tear! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Tear! You're mine! Take this! Take that! Lightning Thrust! Rising Falcon! Rising Wyvern! Eat dirt! Take this! Blow away! Eternal Devastation! Double Demon Fang! Ah! There! Here I come! Dazzle! Dazzle! Rising Falcon! Dragon Swarm! Sonic Thrust! This should do it! Here I come! Dazzle! Ah! This one's all mine! Ah! Ignite!
We did it.
Yeah. The astral energy. Yeah. I mean,
but if
I didn't. And then on top.
Join the and keep.
and
you got.
Two.
Yeah.
I don't see how. Well, at least.
When I.
whoa, God!
You're the one.
Thanks, I need to be, but I'm gonna.
I wonder if she perceives being a mage to be a source of continual obligation.
Rinwell's pretty much the only one left. Sometimes I think it might have been easier for her to have just kept it hidden, but I guess that wouldn't solve much.
Indeed.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Crap!
Right. Hey.
Yeah.
What? Wait!
What?
Huh?
Thank. Huh? Really?
All right.
Maybe it's not so bad being a mage after all. And
You're looking pretty content.
yeah. I feel like life's taken a turn for the better all of a sudden.
Oh, that's good to hear. But why did you say you felt that way?
Oh, why can't you be more like Dohalim?
What?
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Huh?
All right. Got it.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
We should be able to cook here.
Made it through another day.
Hey, Alphen. Why do you like spicy food so much anyway?
You know, I haven't thought about that before. Maybe because when I couldn't feel pain, it gave me that kick I was craving.
But now that you can feel pain again, wouldn't your tastes have changed?
Did you like spicy food when you were younger?
Not as much as I do now. At some point, it just became something almost like an addiction, I guess.
I can most certainly relate. Once you've had your fill of ordinary food, you cannot help but seek out more unusual fare.
I don't think that's got anything to do with Alphen's tastes. Although I won't deny that you definitely have a thing for exotic food. The stranger the better.
I just wish I could have gotten you into sweets like me, Alphen.
I like food that's dense and keeps you feeling full myself. It helps you last longer when you're on the move.
We all know you're a quantity over quality kind of...
What was that?
Nothing. I lost my train of thought.
You know, I've also noticed Shion's not really into the same kind of food most Renans are. Could be it's got something to do with the way she grew up.
That's so me. Even when I was little, I was all about food that gives me strength. All meat, all the time.
And I guess Kisara is so good at cooking fish because she can catch them herself.
I'm only good with fish because it used to be the easiest thing to get. When you work with something long enough, it comes naturally to you.
I like fish just fine, but what I really like about your cooking is how it tastes homemade. It reminds me of what my mom used to make.
Really? You know, I used to cook a lot of meals for younger kids, and they said the same thing.
When you get down to it, I guess the things a person cooks and the foods they like say a lot about the way they've lived.
What? Hey guys, I don't see any of our food anywhere.
What?
I know! The bag we kept it all in has vanished! Some Zoogles must have gotten in behind us and swiped the whole thing while we were fighting.
What?
Huh? What are you guys talking about?
This affects you too, you know! We lost all our food, including all those sweets you love so frickin' much!
What? How could this happen? Those sweets are the highlight of my day! Oh, so hungry.
Hunger is like that. The moment you know there's nothing you can do about it, it becomes that much more unbearable.
Whoever did this, I swear I'm gonna make them pay for stealing our supplies.
All that's left now is this one lonesome apple.
Law?
What? Hey, don't look at me like that. I picked this apple myself. I'm not just gonna...
Food.
Hand it over.
Stay away! Ah!
Hey, I'm back. Huh? What the heck happened here?
Only a poignant reminder of how dangerous a food shortage can be in a collective. A serious problem indeed. And one we should all be mindful of.
I see. Does it have anything to do with why you're holding our food supply bag behind your back?
Ah!
Make sure to get some good rest.
Days like this are made for fishing.
Days like this are rather loud.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Victory is within reach.
Dig deep.
Impressive fervor, I hope one.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Is this the barrier that's keeping the Zoogle in that Nath mentioned?
Looks like it. Our Zoogle pal should be on the other side.
This barrier is weird. It looks old and half-finished. Plus, he said it was okay to break.
I mean, we won't need it anymore once the Zoogle's gone, right? So what does it matter? Did they really think that barrier was enough for a Zoogle like that?
It was. That thing was sturdier than you give it credit for.
Really? So that's the Zoogle, huh? This should be a piece of cake.
Don't get careless, Law.
That Zoogle looks tough, but...
I think we're game for it, yeah.
Right, here goes! Here
I'm
I
only
go!
getting started. Mega
Try
Ray!
this!
If it hides, just back it out again.
Orochi's Fury! Aim for the weak spot!
There you go. Don't let out.
Generation Wave!
Thunder Field. Freeze Lancer. More with that kick drop. I'm all set.
Ready and ready!
Dance with the wind.
Demon Blade! Sonic Spear! Through armor!
This will come in handy.
Eagle Blade!
Outstanding form.
Ignite!
Key to enemy's arts to me.
No complaints here!
Thrilling performance! Double Demon Fang! Kaioyuwa!
Here I come.
Demon Fang! Destruction!
There. One more.
Knock to death!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Soaring Blood!
The fluidity of your movements is simply incredible.
Eternal Ganda!
Bathed in blood.
Azure Storm! Now it's leverage! On your destruction!
Reload. In here.
Rising Wyvern! Soaring Light Spear! Dragon Sword! Try this!
Lunar Blood. It looks like you got this one covered.
Be still! Shut up! Elusive Dragon Form! Orochi's Fury! You picked the wrong fight! Swallow Blade! Double Demon Fang! Destruction! It's wide open!
Won't escape me.
Incineration Wave!
In here.
Take this! No escape! Raining Slash! Eternal Devastator! Small! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Take this!
Double Demon Song! Destruction!
No armor can stop me!
They're not playing around. Not in your dreams.
Sonic Thrust!
Between heaven and earth.
Rising Wyvern! Hurricane Thrust!
The waters of creation.
Azure Storm! Double Demon Fang!
Freezing storm.
Let's try harder! Sword Rain Alpha! Blow away! Crush! Ignite!
I'm going to need to use all the power.
Shine! I'm nearly done for.
Force of regeneration.
Regenerate!
Kaioyuwa!
You must be trying to kill me. I'm merely doing what I can to help. Last one up.
Heal my weary companion.
Thunderblade!
Heaven and earth.
Take this!
A wailing dance in here.
Blow away!
Take it!
Eternal Devastation!
May a thousand gales carry you aside. Pierce the eagle. Now freeze Lancer.
Hitting Pile Driver! Cross Spear! Eternal Devastation!
Healing circle.
Okay, here I go!
Lunar
Take
Blast.
this! Thanks!
Lunar Blast.
Shockwave Splash!
In here. Let me show you what my
I need
All mine!
something.
You need to be healed.
How the mighty have fallen.
Shockwave Splash! Eternal
I owe you,
Devastation!
Keon.
Healing is what my arts do best.
Sword Rain Alpha!
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Try harder! You're mine! Dragon Stop!
Negative
Gale Force.
Dragon Swarm! Azure Storm!
The waters of creation.
I couldn't make it in time.
Pierce the eagle. Freeze Lancer. Seal. I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing rods to accomplish this.
Rising Wyvern!
Armor won't save you!
Need to pull myself together.
It's on!
Between heaven and
Swallow
earth.
Blade! Infernal Torrent!
Savior.
Burn in hell!
We've got him on the run.
Don't get cocky.
Right. Still anyone's fight.
It's weakened.
This ends now!
The
Elusive deity! Be still! Rising Falcon!
Radiant light!
Dragon form!
Regenerate!
Here I
He who
come!
prepares is free from the
Arrows
scream
cannot
of
shall
faith
escape
and
my
blood.
grasp!
You a bloody howling!
Hurricane Thrust! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Dazzle! Master Blast! I owe you one! Rising Phoenix!
Elusive deity!
Watch it down!
Incredible power!
Sublimated Alpha! Flew away! Look sharp, everyone! Easter! This is looking good! Be still! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Huh? What's a letter doing in a place like this?
Hell if I know. I highly doubt that Zoogle was trying to guard it. Still, somebody must have left it for some... Law.
Huh? What's up?
Something up?
It's from my old man. My dear son, I wonder how things will be between us by the time you read this.
In any case, I first want to congratulate you on all that you've accomplished. Making it this far requires a strong body, fine technique, an unwavering spirit, and most of all, friends that you can count on. If you have all of that, then I, as your father, have nothing to worry about. Those things together will always keep you on the right path. That brings me to what I really wish to discuss with you. As with all of us, there will someday come a time when you'll be a grown man who can and must think and act for himself. Whether you'll live in a world where blood will no longer be spilled between Dahnans and Renans, or when that day arrives, nobody can say. But even if peace still eludes us then, you'll have to decide how to live in this world. Listen to others with an open heart, but don't be swept away by their words. Always live on your terms. One more thing. If I ever see you again, I hope to say this to you in person, but neither of us knows what tomorrow may bring. Know this. Whatever you think of me, and what I've done, your mother and I love you very, very much.
And there's nothing in this whole world that will ever change that. Your father, Zephyr.
Zephyr.
I can't believe he's only telling me all this after he's gone. What am I supposed to do with this?
Zephyr once told me that living freely meant being your own master. I think he wanted to make sure you know how he felt one way or another. What you do with that knowledge is up to you.
But that still doesn't explain why his father left that letter for him here, of all places.
Don't forget, we were led to this place. We may well get some answers if we go back to the source of all this.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Hey.
Hey.
I get no idea.
Oh.
Thanks.
You okay, Law? You seem kind of quiet.
I'm fine. Just feels a little weird returning home now that my dad's not here, I guess. Oh man, sorry. I didn't mean to bum you out, too.
So I guess that means you'll be visiting your dad's grave while you're here. Right, Law?
His grave? What are you, nuts? There is no grave. The Rena would only destroy it the moment they found it.
Back before Calaglia was liberated, dead slaves would be dumped in mass burial sites. Either that or thrown on top of a bonfire. We got used to cremating our own to deny them the pleasure. Then we'd sprinkle the ashes from high up as a way of returning them to the motherland.
It's all we could do. That's the ceremony we had when my mom died, too.
But that was back then, right? Calaglia is liberated now. There's nothing to stop you from raising a true grave anymore.
I suppose you've got a point. Once you've been doing something for generations, though, it sort of begins to take root. It's a tradition of its own now.
My dad wouldn't want that anyway. Cheap and simple, he'd say. Besides, I can't treat him differently than my mom. They might not end up meeting on the other side.
I hadn't thought of it like that. Wow, imagine. The two of them reunited, back home where they belong. They're probably watching over us right now, at one with Great Dana. There's something almost poetic about it.
That's why I can't afford to screw up. If I know my pops, something as paltry as death won't stop him from coming to box my ears. Still, better than being left alone, I guess. Better than never knowing. You hear that, Dad? I'll make you proud. You'll see.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Yeah.
See anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very well.
is the Viscint training ground.
Hey, isn't that a Helgenswell?
Is it some sort of prototype?
Whatever it is, it's a real tough customer. Now I can let loose. It's time for it!
Rhapsody of Darkness!
You're mine!
Can you take it?
In here!
This should do it!
On your
I'll be
knees.
saving this one!
Double Demon Fang!
Raging Storm! Whoa, hey! When
It's
it's
turn
time!
devastation!
You a bloody
Blazing Storm!
Yours
Darts of
to be
light!
let
Rain
free!
down and purify Ice Tornado!
Raging Luna
Azure Storm!
Lunar
Demon Fang!
Corruption! Meteor Storm!
Soaring Light Spear!
The waters of creation! Lava Thank you.
I only did what any other would.
I think you're nicer than you let on. We'll soon see about that. Searing flame! Reload! What? Celestial
Ferocious Fury!
Ice
The
Annihilation!
flame inside me yearns to be let free!
All desires
Rhapsody of Darkness! Eat this!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Freeze Laser! Nail Struck!
Rhapsody of
Looks like
Darkness!
you got this one covered!
Devastation!
Healing Soul! Thanks so much!
Ferocious Fury! Severing Blade!
Make it resonate with the blah 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 magic! Lunar Corruption!
Devastation!
Awaken and wreak havoc!
Here I come! I'm not done!
Lightning Orb!
Blow away! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Illuminate the dark!
Demon Blade!
Holy Quiver!
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! Your Pistol! Rising Wyvern!
Amazing.
Ignite the Blade!
The abyssal deep clear for us a path!
Radiant Pierce!
Azure Storm! Demon Fang!
Lunar Corruption! By the power of water!
Double Demon Fang!
Power of flame!
Demon Fang! Double
You reject, Yohalim. Then tonight's meal is on you. Keep going. A thrilling performance.
In here! Lunar Corruption!
Swallow Blade!
Tempest Swirl!
Plastic Phoenix!
Shine, radiant light, force of regeneration.
Burn!
I'm almost impressed.
Our brains come from you.
I said almost. Don't get carried away.
Far beyond the darkest sky! Ice Tornado! Pierce evil! Freeze Laser!
Rending you a
Shooting
bloody
Proton! Air Blast! Judgment! In here! Maybe show Kisara a little kindness, huh?
She is strong. She can handle it.
You can be really dense, Darlene. This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
How about it?
Yeah.
Hey!
Serious?
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like our cue to step in and help.
I've used a bit too much healing.
Yes!
Seriously, what do they take us for?
Research subjects, just like everything else.
You finally made it.
Are we underground? This looks like the inside of some kind of ancient structure.
It seems likely that we're in a Dahnan temple, instead of destroyed. It must have been buried and preserved. Either that, or it was constructed underground to begin with.
Careful! We've got company!
What the? Are those statues moving?
And attacking!
Annihilation!
Sonic
Here,
Thrust!
flame and mortal goblin!
You picked the wrong fight!
Water, hear my call! Spread! Surge! Whoa!
Eternal devastation! Rising one!
Mega Ray! Gemini Aqua!
Blast the
Shooting
shot!
Star! A chain between heaven and earth!
Mirage! Dragon
A
Form!
wailing beast of lightning!
Crush!
Seal!
Demon Pen!
Get out of there with the others! By the power of flame! Finish without a trace!
Here I come!
Lightning orb!
Dragon
Let's go!
Slash! Rising Wyvern!
Can't you get the gist?
Rising Falcon!
Bye, Steve! Blah, blah, blah. Radiant Pierce!
Blast the shot!
Lightning Tornado! Escape my judgment!
Rising
Illuminate
Falcon!
Holy Land! A chain between heaven and
This
earth!
one's all mine!
I'm on fire!
Mirage!
A whirling
Shot
blah,
with
blah, blah.
flash!
Raging Lunar Storm! Finish without a trace! Not this
Demon Fang!
I can't imagine what we'd do without you, Zenmar.
Who, me? That's a little much, don't you think?
The
I'm
hell was
serious.
all that about?
You're a lifesaver.
Those things didn't even look alive, let alone like Zubas.
They were part of these ruins, but it seems the astral energy changed them somehow. If I had to guess, I'd say there's something bigger lurking within that wants us gone from this place.
Whoever or whatever it is must really value its privacy.
Double Demon Fang! Rising Wyvern! Double Demon Fang! Burn! Slash!
I'm going to need all the power of my
Eternal devastation! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Crush! Eternal devastation! Destruction! Crush! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Destruction! In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed
Severed
walk.
Wind!
now. Get out there with the others.
Azure Storm! Demon Fang! I'm ready!
Annihilation.
Masterful
Raise your sword.
Take it!
Here's the
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
They've got me surrounded.
Sword Rain Alpha! Raining Slash! Double Demon Fang!
Vanquish darkness. Burning strike.
Burn! Here I come! Raining Slash! Eternal Devastation!
Aqueous Thirst.
Time to let it rip! Blast the shot! Tear! Rising Phoenix! Azure Storm! Double Demon Fang! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Done! I'll leave it to you! Here I come! Rising Water! You picked the wrong fight! I'm ready! Rising Water!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Shut!
Well done.
You're mine!
Holy Land by the power of plasma. Now.
Double Demon
Lunar
Fang!
corruption. By the power of Mega Ray.
sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Ready to go!
The ancient Daemons must have built it to honor the strength of the astral energy that runs through here.
But if that's the case, what does it have to do with that face we saw above ground?
Without further research, I wouldn't be able to say.
Megasonic Thrust! Dragon Swarm! Try this!
Hear my call!
Exploding Ring! You picked the wrong fight!
Annihilation!
Lightning Thrust! Rising Falcon! Lightning Thrust! Rising Falcon!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! Switch Flash!
By the power of water!
Plasma Shock!
Burning strike! Lightning
Here I
control!
am!
Rhapsody of Darkness!
Holy Land!
Double Demon Shock!
Divine Savior!
Hold nothing back!
You attack without mercy.
Because I can't afford to hold it.
Free!
Not against a worthy opponent.
Your astral arts are truly incredible.
Every little bit helps, right?
Indeed it does. I'll keep pushing to be better as well.
Double Demon Azure Storm! Double Demon Fang!
The helix of purity!
You're mine! Okay, here I go! Dragon Swarm! Pierce through!
Annihilation! By the power of
Roach's Fury!
See what I can do!
Double Demon Fang! Incineration Wave! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
I owe you, Sion.
Healing is what my arts do best.
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Shattering the pieces! Attack time!
It's over!
The Tempest engulfs you! On your...
Rising Wyvern! Azure Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Water! Hear my call! Spread!
Rosa!
Here's evil! Freeze Lancer!
Ignite!
There! Go!
Lightning Thrust! Rising Falcon! Rising Wyvern!
Instant! What?
You're on! Dragon Swarm!
Annihilate! Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right...
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Azure Storm!
Lunar Corruption!
Double Demon Fang! Not today!
Power of water!
Rhapsody of Roach's Fury! I'm ready! In an instant! Impact Block!
I'll heal you all!
Now I can let
Healing
loose!
circle!
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
By the power of flame! Vanish with...
No escape! Sword Rain Alpha! Raining Slash!
Raging Cascade!
Take this! No escape!
Awakening
Blue Away! Eternal Devastation! Not today!
Mega Ray!
Demon Light!
Divine Savior!
Eagle Ray! Dazzle! Rising Falcon!
First force! Sleep
Azure
now!
Storm!
Now you see what I can do!
Demon Claw!
Cyan Instant! Photon Flash!
Sona! Rising Claw!
Gemini Aqua! Annihilation! Magic Ray!
Fury!
Annihilation!
Rising Up!
I'll heal you all!
Take this!
Healing Circle! Break!
Ignite!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Winds of
Dragon Form!
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Do it! Now! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Glacial Spear!
Azure Storm!
Here's evil!
Double Demon Fang!
City of Darkness!
Do it!
Rinwell! Light Burst Force!
Radiant Finishing! You don't mess around! Hear my call!
Rising Wyvern!
Certainly
Luring
not.
Kick! Lunar Rumble!
Lightning
Flashy
Dash!
Phoenix!
This one's got your name on it!
Ash to Ash!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Something feels different.
Stay sharp! It looks like we've got trouble!
Yeah, we can tell.
We've got orbs incoming!
It must have summoned them!
The last thing we need is a crowd. Let's dispatch them quickly.
The waters
You're on! Dragon Form!
I'm considering uses.
Retreat from this battle.
I'll show you how you...
I want you never.
Be still! Rising Falcon!
A chain between heaven and earth.
I can pour through armor!
Sona!
The waters lava.
Dragon Form! Sonic Kick!
Spear. Pierce evil. Freeze laser.
I could do without this thing!
Arrow swarm.
This
Here's a
one's all
healing arc.
mine!
First now.
I owe you one!
Ready and ready.
Infernal Torrent!
Ice Prison.
Shut it!
Healing circle. Hear me.
Compressive Goblin!
Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Or so they say. People say that?
Now.
Rinwell! Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis.
I'll bring you back from Death's
Thy
Abyss.
sins. They smite with blood.
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss.
Resuscitate God's malevolence. Create the storm. The waters of creation. Ice tornado. Dance in mortal
Double Demon
darkness.
Fang!
Radiant pierce. Seal. None of get you off the
Take it!
I drink you.
Blade Kick!
Our attacks just bounce off.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! Here comes something bigger.
New plan. Let's just... resist things first.
Don't stop.
Eat dirt!
We need to interrupt them. Then tonight's meal is on you. Sit down.
Raging cascade. Here's evil. Rescue flight.
Grind you into dust.
Cyan Insect. Thunder Fever. Annihilation. Air.
Rending you a bloody outlet.
Throw away!
Negative dose.
It looks like you got this one covered.
Let me free you of your power.
I never miss. Divine magic is there. Its wings are lighting up.
It's getting ready to attack! Shine, radiant light! For such tremendous power!
Don't face it head on.
I owe you.
Rising Wyvern!
They smite with blackened blade!
Let me show see what my art can do. Rise and shine!
Ignite! Execution!
On your
Lightning thrust! Rising Falcon! Azure Storm! Double Demon Fang! Swallow Blade!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down! Raging Star!
Rising Wyvern!
Celestial Hammer! Power of water!
Plasma Shock!
Maybe show Kisara a little kindness, huh?
She's strong.
Air thrust! You can be really gentle, Helene.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
This one's mine! Got it! Now's our chance!
Awaken and reach!
Fear!
Soaring
Here's the
Light
evil!
Spear! You're on!
Freeze! Field! I'll do baby sisters! First aid!
Suffering Slash! Not today!
Holy land! Now flooding!
Double Dissipate!
Goodbye! Stay! Blah, blah, blah! Air here! Let me help! First aid!
Ah! Okay, here I go! Try harder!
Illuminate the dark! Holy glimmer!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
Here, let me help! Dance in the wind! First aid!
Take this!
Getting stronger!
Switching up its movements! Watch out!
Watch yourself!
Rising Wyvern!
Incredible power!
Here's the
Rising Falcon!
Shine! Great!
Pierce through!
Force of regeneration! Breath of life! Heal my
Azure
weary
Storm!
companion!
Demon Fang! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! You picked the wrong fight!
burning strike! Oh, stars of light! Rain down and purify all!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon!
Burning strike! Water! The waters of creation!
Rising Wyvern!
Freeze louder!
Elusive Fury! Double Demon Fang! Destruction! It's on!
Can't get out of it!
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together!
Finally time
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Not now, not ever! Double Demon Fang!
Burning!
It's the
Healing art! Don't give up! In here! Let's get you up right away! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Lightning descent! Thunderflame!
Not done yet!
Magic is there! Holy land!
Elusive Fury!
I never miss! It's weakened!
This ends now! Hurricane Thrust! Rising Phoenix! You picked the wrong fight!
Walking between heaven and earth!
Double Demon Fang!
Blah, 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 and air!
There!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate!
Thanks!
Don't suffer in silence!
Rising Wyvern!
Benediction light!
Rain down!
Heal! Lunar Rondo! Soaring Light Spear! Rising Wyvern!
Clear for us a path!
This one is almost in the bag!
Not done yet! Wide open!
It won't escape me!
Oh, sparkling stars of light!
Elusive
Rain
Fury!
down! Purify all!
Double Demon Fang!
Free you of your power!
Destruction!
is mine!
Eternal Devastation!
Healing art!
This one's all mine!
Scream fade!
Reload! The enemy is going all out!
Azure Shock!
Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate!
Here I come! Rising Wyvern! Stardust! Mirage! Dragon
Raging
Swarm!
Luna Storm!
Pierce through! Sword Rain
Radiant
out!
light!
Lightning Thrust! Rising Falcon! Now I can let loose! Dazzle! Rising Falcon!
Soil! Awaken
Pierce
and
through!
replenish!
Lightning orb! Dance in the wind! Sleep now. More for the stop time.
Rising Wyvern! I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
That's the worst off our backs. Look! That weak point on his face is wide open.
That must be what the Zoogle was protecting.
Okay.
Radiant
I owe you one.
Hear me! Water! Hear my call!
Burn in hell!
Winds of heaven! I never miss! I owe you not on my watch!
Take this!
Glacial spear between heaven and earth! Away now!
Demon Fang! Shion!
This one's got your name on it!
Ask to action!
I think it stopped moving.
Yeah. Hopefully things should be safe. For now.
So at this point, it's safe to say we've beaten all of those things that we saw flying out of the wedge, yeah?
Yes, there were 4 lights, so that should be all of them now.
They put up a good fight, but we beat them right back down again, huh?
Weren't you even a little scared while we were fighting them?
A little.
But we still managed to beat them with our own hands. That's what matters here.
Yeah, exactly!
I do hope that really is the last we see of them.
Each one seemed to be unique and correspond to a different element. I doubt there are more of them running around out there that we don't know about. Wouldn't you agree?
Why did you look at Dohalim when you said that?
No big reason. I just figured I stole some of his usual thunder by explaining it. I know how much he loves to do that.
You know him well at this point.
I guess...
Yeah.
You don't say.
This should be a good place to fight.
Wow, Kisara. It's so big.
You're talking about my shield, right?
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Good.
Re-
My word. This must be the work of Providence.
Prava what now?
It means destiny. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, though.
We've reached our destination.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Hey!
All right!
What is this place?
It is.
What?
How silly.
Oh,
You're not undressing, Dohalim?
Hmm? Oh, yes. I'm used to having an attendant handle such things. Could I trouble you to undress me?
Us? No way! Why the hell am I doing this?
Lift your leg, would you, Dohalim?
Thank you.
Ah! You really do have knickers!
This does feel kind of nice.
It was certainly worth the trip.
I feel more tired than ever, though. Dohalim? What was that for?
Hmm? Oh, it's to have the servant man bring me a drink, of course.
Is drowning other guests allowed in this place?
This is nice. Still, it's a little lukewarm.
The temperature? I find it just right.
If anything, it's too hot.
Really? It's not hot enough for me. Be right back. I'm gonna borrow the blazing sword from Shion.
Man, he's gotta be joking.
Shion, I need a favor.
Alphen, you're...
Hmm? What? But I...
That was a fine bath indeed.
Yeah, we should do that again sometime.
Some walls are better left standing.
Yeah.
Aw, are you tired, Hootle?
You sure he's not just...
Yeah!
Looks like...
No.
Take all the...
I feel alive again.
This from the youngest of us.
Really, though. This is nice. I never imagined I'd get to have a group bath with you girls.
Gosh, Shion, your skin's so flawless. How do you do it?
You must tell us your secret.
Aw, thanks, girls.
It looks so silky smooth. I want to reach out and touch it.
Hey, hands off, remember?
You're so muscular, Kisara.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that, Rinwell.
Law.
What?
There are some walls that boys are meant to surmount.
Right.
Only by surmounting said walls does a boy become a man. And as it so happens, I can assist with that. Are you game?
Are you sure you want to do that?
Alphen! This is an important rite of manhood, right?
If you say so.
A man of principles.
That's not a bad thing.
You wouldn't deny me the chance to be a man, would you?
Indeed. You wouldn't take away the opportunity for a young person to flourish, would you?
Alphen's pretty cool, but he can be kinda dense sometimes.
Well, he went a while not feeling any pain.
You can't deny you're a match, Xion.
Yeah, totally.
What was that for, Rinwell?
The dirty-minded devils, that's what.
What? Alphen! What happened to you all?
I had no part in any of it. You've got to believe me.
That was a fantastic bath.
Yes, we should all come back sometime.
Us too. Please.
I suppose some walls are better left unmounted.
Yeah.
What a wonderful treasure this is.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Just great. Wow.
All right.
Very well.
How does this voice recording thing work? Hello, I'm Alphen. Hello, I'm Alphen. Is that what my voice sounds like? Always good to be back in familiar territory. Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Huh?
Gotcha! Watch!
Hey.
Yeah.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Perhaps.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Yeah!
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Yeah, yeah.
We finally made it.
Yes!
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Yeah! Excuse...
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
What was that?
We've reached our destination.
I think Hootle senses something.
We finally made it.
Let's erase that one.
Don't, Shion. We need everyone's voices. Ah! Why are your thorns more painful than usual?
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Yeah.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster. I think Hootle senses something. What do you want to do about that big one?
Let's take it down.
Don't get careless.
Gotta break through! Aim for the weak spot!
I'm only getting
Brilliant performance.
Hurricane Thrust! Rising Phoenix! You're mine! Thunderous devastation! You're on!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Demon Blade!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for.
Hold on to your arm.
Got it!
Here I
Leave it
come.
to you!
Lightning orb! Illuminate the blah blah blah. Fire complete focus. Hear my call.
Dragon Force!
Heaven and earth.
Wide open!
Won't escape me.
Pull away! Eternal devastation!
Annihilation. Radiant pierce.
The flame inside is good to be let free!
Sleep now.
Rising Phoenix! Swallow Blade! Infernal Torrent!
Thank you, Dohane.
I only did what any other would.
I think you're nicer than you let on.
Soaring Light Spear!
I'll be ready this way.
Demon Fang!
There, go. Hey,
Okay, here I go!
This'll come in handy. Will this help?
Last lift off!
Why'd you do it? To stop you dying?
Swallow Blade! Try this! Infernal Torrent! Burn in hell! Last lift off!
Do it! I'm ready!
In an instant! Impact Block! Rising Light! Soaring Light Spear!
A whirling
Demon Fang!
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible. Such unadulterated purity.
Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! Magic is there!
Wind hits time! You're on! Ignite!
It looks like you got this one
Swallow
covered.
Blade!
Raging Cascade! With all the power of my healing
Last
arts,
lift off!
between heaven and earth.
Hurricane Thrust! Rising Phoenix! Take that! Raining Thrust!
Got it!
rending you apart!
Eternal
Now's our chance!
Eternal Devastation! We've got him on the run.
Don't get cocky.
Right. Still anyone's fight.
Reload! Raging storm!
Pierce
Where
out!
that came from? One more! Here I go!
Dragon form!
The new Dexter. Then tonight's meal is on you.
You've got it.
What to make?
You picked the wrong fight.
Get on in there with the others. Burning strike! Glacial
Sunless Flash! Try this! Infernal Torrent!
One more time! Outstanding form!
Lightning Orb! Double Demon Fang!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around!
Azure Storm!
Certainly not.
Double Demon
Now,
roll it freely!
take it down! There you go! Don't let up!
Be still! The flame inside me!
Piercing
Burn in hell!
air thrust!
Heal!
A chain between heaven and earth!
Shockwave Flash!
A
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
A whirling storm!
Iosis!
Winds of
Orochi's Fury! Double Demon Fang! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Let me show you
Double
what my
Demon
art
Fang!
can do!
Raging Moonlight Storm! Double
Lightning
Demon
Orb!
Fang!
Lightning
Destruction!
Strike!
Eternal Devastation! I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire! Take this!
Amazing.
Burning
Power!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
Elusive deity!
Rising Wyvern! Soaring Light Spear!
Sanguine blossom!
Shockwave Flash!
In here!
Explosive Ring!
Whirling struggle!
Shine! Radiant light!
Winds of heaven!
Force of regeneration! Regenerate!
Thanks!
In here!
Rising Wyvern! Stardust!
Along the
Thunder!
Resonate with the earth!
Portal Blade! Lunar Rondo!
Awaken and reach!
Miran! Dragon Form! Pierce through!
It's weakened!
I can carve through!
This ends now!
Flame inside me! Yours will be let free!
Eat dirt!
Reload! Celestial Hammer!
I'll thank you!
Double Demon Fang! Doubling in an instant! Impact Block!
To achieve such harmony.
Takes a singular will.
You did good.
Well,
Really?
is that what's wrong?
Very well. Hey, Alfred. Let me... Hear Tigrina's voice.
Sure, here.
You little... Go take a trip around the Twin Worlds and never come back!
Yes! Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah, there might be someone who could...
Is that...
Is this really a good idea, though?
Are you not the one who wished to reach an accord with them?
Yes, but still.
This will be our last favor regardless. Let us dispatch this ultimate Zoogle of theirs.
We finally made it.
That Zoogle seems intriguing.
That's all you have to say about it? Looks like we made it here in one piece.
This one's tough! Orochi's Pierce through!
I'll heal you all!
A wand to shield from the agile ones to me.
Dragon form! Try this!
Flying free! What did they tell you? Still!
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Everlasting dawn.
I'm only here for the day!
Begin! I'll take you all on! Burn!
I'm out of ammo! Back into the fray!
Lightning thrust! Rising falcon!
Can you take it? Finish without a hit!
Rising wyvern!
Between heaven and earth! Explosion! Horizon ray! Savior! The waters are do it!
Dragon totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed blow.
Burn in hell!
Water
blade! Infernal torrent! Take this! Mirage!
Rending you apart.
Shuckling punch!
Resonate with the earth.
Sonic thrust! Infernal
Now!
torrent!
Freeze Lancer! Astral energy! Full throttle! I've never seen so many bullseyes!
I couldn't have done it without you.
choice.
Show you what my
Resonate, take this!
Rise and shine! Photon flash!
Be still! I've used too much. You're mine!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Do it!
Chisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! A whirling trouble!
Azure Storm!
Winds of heaven!
Prepare to be
Demon Fang!
foot. Actually,
Less talking, more doing.
Didn't even break a sweat.
You guys want to rest here?
Huh? Something smells nice.
It's probably the accessory I picked up earlier. It uses materials that put off a pleasing aroma.
Ooh, that sounds lovely. I'm jealous.
Want to try it on? I'm sure it'll look great on you.
Really? I'd love to.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? Another fine day for journeying, huh?
tell me, do you ever find yourself tiring of the vagabond existence?
It's better than being enslaved, that's for sure. I get to pick my own destination, for starters. You don't get those luxuries as a slave.
Shackle a man's feet, and you put a clamp on his heart as well.
Then there was the food. Gross slop that left you in a permanent state of hunger. Ugh, you wouldn't believe the things I ate to keep from starving. What about you? This must all sound pretty alien to someone who used to be a lord.
Is that a hint of interest in my past I detect?
I guess that's one way to put it.
Well, certainly starvation was never a concern I had to contend with. The day-to-day grind was largely taken care of for me. I even had help getting in and out of clothes. All that was required of me was standing still while looking solemn.
That's quite the downgrade you've made. It's a wonder you don't sound more bitter.
This might surprise you, but I actually don't find our current situation all that disagreeable. My own hardships paled in comparison to yours, granted. But life as a lord came laden with its own restrictions. Forgive me. Such complaints must sound like feeble extravagances to a Dahnan.
True, Renan opulence doesn't feature high on my sympathy list. Then again, yours isn't exactly a normal case.
I suppose it's not. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder how much easier life would have been without the trappings of nobility.
You really mean that?
Pay me no heed. Not but the ramblings of a privileged eccentric. Whatever my past, it has led to my being here. That is all the reality I need concern myself with. Next time, what say we discuss relics? Shall we get moving?